Today on Creating Joy, we are going to learn how to make our own gift bag. I'm Tara Cross, and today on Creating Joy, we are going to learn how to make our own gift bag. For our supplies for our project today, first you need the gift that you want to make the gift bag for. I have this cute little nativity scene over here, and I thought I would go ahead and use my nativity fabric that I've had to make gift bags. Next, we're going to need matching thread. You also need some matching ribbon. You'll need a large and a medium safety pin. You'll need your rotary cutter, your rotary cutter board, and your ruler, some straight pins, scissors, and of course, your trusty sewing machine. Once you know which fabric you're going to use, then you need to take your gift. Mine is going to go inside of this box, so I'm going to put it in. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure it. So I'm going to measure my gift. So it's like it's 6 inches by 5, 6 by 5, okay? So when we look at this bag, this actually is a really good size for this particular gift. And so you can use it as a starting point. And this particular bag sewn is 10 inches. And so I'm going to actually cut 11 inches. And I'm going to cut 2 of those. So you can either cut 11 inches or do 22 inches. So if you think of half a yard, so a yard is normally 44 inches, okay, on the width. And if it's 22 inches, that's going to be half a yard, right? Okay, and then on the length, I'm going to do 22 inches by 12 inches, okay? So I've got that written down. So we'll take the fabric. The first thing I want to do is make sure that it is even at the top where I'm going to be cutting. So I'm going to go ahead and line it up, and then I'm going to cut off the very edge of the fabric just to get me a straight line to begin with. Okay, now that I have a straight line, then I'm going to measure it. So open it over here, and yes, that's 22 inches. Great. Okay. Okay, so look at my note again. So what, 12 inches. Okay, we'll go ahead and take it and line it up on the 12. Look at on both sides. Make sure it's straight, and then make sure it's straight at the top. And then go ahead and press down on your ruler, and then go straight across. And remember to close it. Okay, so there we have it. Okay, so like I said, this is 44 inches, so that means I could actually make 2 bags with this. So I'm just going to open it right up, and right here in the center where the fold is, I'm going to put my ruler right in the center. I'm going to line it up with my fabric, and then I'm just going to cut right through it. So now I've got my 22 inches, okay? So this is the selvage right here, and we're going to go ahead and cut that off now. So we're working with directional fabric, and so we want this to be the top and this to be the bottom, okay? So I'm going to iron down the top 1/4 inch. So once you've ironed it down 1/4 inch, then I like taking this tool right here and setting it where I want it. I want it at 1 inch, and so it can be even across the whole way. So I'm going to stick it out. Yeah. Okay, so it's set right at 1 inch, and then it rests right at this notch, and I'll slide it down and I'll make sure that it's even all the way across and iron it. As I move it, I will iron it behind it. And this way it will be even all the way across. Once it's ironed, I'm going to go ahead and pin it, and like you can pin it straight up and down, or you can pin it to the side. Okay, we'll take it over to the sewing machine and sew it up. Okay, so I am going to put in a blue thread in my bobbin, so it will match. So you can see that on the one that is going to be showing is my bobbin thread, and so that's why I'm putting the blue thread to match the outside part. Okay, so we'll just go ahead, and I'm going to make sure my needle is as far as it'll go over to the left, so it'll do a top stitch. It'll sew right along the edge. Okay, so we'll go ahead and sew and then back stitch all the way down, and then back stitch at the end. So here we have our straight stitch. So this is also a place where you could actually do some of your creative designs that you have on your machine to make a cute little design across the top if you wanted to. Okay, so now we're going to tear off our ends, and then we're going to take it around and we're going to pin it together. Okay, so we're going to pin it. This time I'm going to pin it right here. I'm actually going to put 2 pins right here, because I actually want to stop sewing right before this opening, because I'm going to need this opening. Okay, so we'll just pin it down. Then we're going to make it so we go right down and around to the edge, and then back stitch right here. Okay, so I'm going to pin it at the bottom. Okay, and I'm actually going to start sewing from the bottom this time. Okay, so we'll go ahead, same thing, we're going to sew and back stitch. So on the corner, I'm stopping about 1/4 inch in, and I'm lifting my presser foot, my needle is down, and then I'm turning it so that it will come straight up right where I want it to be. I'm taking out these 2 pins, back stitch right here, right before this cuff. Okay, and leave that open. Okay, so you can see that this is all open right here. So on this side, so we're going to take our scissors and we're going to just snip right up to the line, but we do not want to cut the line, okay? Just a tiny bit more. Okay, so there we have it. Okay, so now we're going to come down here and trim off our strings. And right here on the corner, we're going to cut diagonal. Okay, what this does, it helps the corner to pop out. So now we're going to turn it right side out. Push that little corner out, okay? Push the other one out. Okay, look at this. Isn't that so cute? Okay, so now we're going to go get our ribbon and cut it. So I'm opening up my ribbon. It's brand new. So I'm actually going to cut off the sticky part. Now the way we find out how much ribbon we need is we're going to measure it across the gift bag and then come out about 3 inches and then just come back so it's the same length. Okay, so that is how long we need it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just cut it right there. And then what I'm going to do for a second one, I can just measure it and see, okay, that was 27 inches. And so I need two the same size. So now I'm going to cut that. So now I've got 2 ribbons that are the same size. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to get 2 safety pins. Okay, once you have your ribbon cut, go ahead and get your safety pins. And I like using my small safety pin to anchor down my ribbon. So I'm going to go ahead and poke a hole in my ribbon. And then I'm going to take one end of my bag and I'm going to just kind of reach in there. I'm not pinning it together, but just one side of it. Okay. So then I'm going to take the other end and I'm going to put the large pin on the other end. Okay. So once you've got that, so then you're going to put it through the opposite side where the pin is. So the pin is on this side, and now you're going to stick it through the opposite side. Okay? Then you're going to take it and you're going to bunch it up, and then you're going to push it down, and then you're going to bunch it up as much as you can, and then just slide it on over. The reason why I like using the big safety pin is because you can do a lot more. If you have a teeny tiny safety pin, then it takes a long time to get it through. Okay, so now look at this. So now we're on the other opening. So then we're going to just take it through this other side and stick it in. Okay, we're just going to keep going until we come out where the other safety pin is. Okay, so we're taking it all the way in a circle. Okay, so now we're going to unpin this side. We're going to pull it out together. So this is when I grab my scissors again. So with this ribbon, it actually does leave a hole. And so what I do is I do a diagonal cut and I cut it right in front of that hole to make it look nice. Okay, so I do a little diagonal cut. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the other one. Cut off the little hole. So if you want, you can use a little fire stick. And I like going by the sink to do it, and you can melt the edge so that it won't fray. So if I definitely would do it by a sink to be safe. Okay, so then you're going to take the two, you're going to take your fingers and wrap it around, and then leave a little space, reach through, grab the ends, and pull it through right at the end. Okay, so you've got a little knot. Okay, then you're going to bring it out again. So now, so this one was started on this side. So now we're going to take the next ribbon. We're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do it from the other side. So go ahead and take one end again. And so this side, so you can see, here's the ribbon on this side. So now we're going to pin it on this side. Yes, there's already a ribbon there, but we're going to pin it to the fabric, not the ribbon, okay? Also, I like making sure that the shiny side is up, okay? Okay, we're going to pin this side. So we're taking the ribbon and we are pushing it on top of the other ribbon, okay? So you take it and you're going to go right on top of this other ribbon, and we're pushing it back through just like we did on the other side. Okay, so right here, you've got the end. We are just going to go right around it. So it's still there, but we're going to go right underneath it. So we're going, it's actually on top of it, and we're just continuing all the way around. This is how you get your drawstring bag, a double drawstring bag. Okay, I'm all the way through both sides. I'm going to take my pin out and I'm going to cut off the end just like I did before. Okay, so I'm actually going to take you in, I'm going to show you how I melt this. So like I said, I like to be safe, so I'm in the bathroom. I'm going to turn on just a little drizzle. Then I have my little fire stick. I light it. So the edge, I'm going to hold it up, and I'm just going to go right along the edge. You can see that it's melting, okay? So there's one side, and here's the other one, and then I'm going to go back to the other ones that I have already done. So I'm just going to do the edges. Okay, so what that's going to do, it's going to make it so it's not going to fray. I'm going to go ahead and take this and make the little knot. Here we have our drawstring bag, and we have our little nativity. I'm going to put this in the box. And then in the matching gift bag, I can go ahead and close it up. And there we go. I have a gift with a matching bag. And how exciting. This is so fun. And if you are interested in getting either of these products, if you don't want to make them yourself, you can check out in the description to see how you can order your own. And if not, happy sewing. I hope you have fun creating joy for someone else, especially this time of the year. You can create joy by giving gifts to other people. And giving gifts is a great thing to do all year long. So thank you for joining me today on Creating Joy.